What's happening, guys? So back with another reverse diet update. This is for the last 2 weeks for myself, and this is kind of going through the holiday season. Weight has been trending up on me now lately. Each of the last 2 weeks weight has jumped up, and it continues to do so a little bit, which is a little bit concerning for me, but I'm trying not to freak out about it. It's no matter how long you've done it and no matter how well you kind of know this stuff, it's still kind of hard to see that weight trending up a little bit faster than you want to, even though I know that my weight needs to climb up over time to be able to efficiently build the way I want to. We don't want to do it any more rapidly than necessary either, right? And I want to make sure I still leave myself in a pretty good position when it's time to start my prep this probably summer, probably midsummer or so we'll probably be starting. So anyway, what week are we on here? Holy cow, it's been a while now. So going into week 18, I actually saw an increase of about 0.6 pounds going up on average from 172.8 to 173.4. As you can see here, at the time I wasn't really too concerned about it just because my weight had been really stable. So even though my weight had been up, if you look, there was a 6-day period here where my weight literally was the exact same weight to the exact 1/10 of a pound. So everything was really stable. So I felt good about that. Like, hey, weight's up a little bit, no big deal. I'm stable, things are going well. All right, let's move forward. Well, fast forward over the holiday break, and now things started to kind of creep up on me a little bit. Now, there's some things that could be to blame for this. For one, all right, Christmas didn't really track, kind of yelled it a little bit, and while I didn't go crazy, I probably ate more than normal. And again, I'm no regrets, but it does factor in, and there was a lot of eating out as well. So not only when you eat out do you have to consider that, okay, no matter what, you're just not going to know the calories in restaurant food. Even if they have nutrition available online, you don't really know. It's not like the chefs are back there, measuring out your butter and measuring out your French fries or whatever you're having. No, they're just throwing it together, trying to make it taste good. You just really don't know. Plus, restaurant food is always going to be loaded with sodium, right? Again, they're trying to make it taste good. So if you eat more sodium, weight will elevate a little bit, but it should come back down again. What I've been noticing is there's just been a lot of ups and downs with my weight lately, which is a little bit abnormal for me, but I've been having abnormal eating behaviors, so that's not necessarily to be a surprise, right? Like, that's just, usually when there's a lot of fluctuations in weight, it's going to be digestion or hormonally related. For me, it's probably digestion right now. So anyway, weight was up about a little over a pound from the week before. So Paul, for each of the last 2 weeks, he said, let's just hold stable and let's try to get things to settle down here and see where things go. And I'm actually partly into this week already, and it's still staying up in the 175s-ish. So it's probably going to be, next week is probably going to be up again another pound or so, but we'll just have to see how things settle. And I need to just try to calm myself a little bit, because there is a point, and I've seen this for myself and in other people, where it seems like your body just gets to this point where it can't handle any more calories, and if you just leave them there, then you will just continue to gain. And obviously I don't want that. I don't want that for myself or anybody. So if that's the case, we may have to step things back a little bit, but let's just see. We need to kind of get things normalized first, and I'm leaving that in Paul's hands. He knows show prep 1,000 bazillion times better than I do. He understands what I'm trying to accomplish, and I need, I'm working with him for a reason, all right? So I need to trust him in the process, and trust that he will do whatever is in my own best interest, which is why I have somebody doing my coaching, because even as a coach myself, I understand that it's just impossible to be objective with yourself. It is a very, very difficult thing to do, to have that objectivity for yourself. So you can know what you should do as much as possible, but when it comes to yourself, it's really hard to take your own mind out of the equation and rationalize with yourself. So I have full trust in him, and we'll just see what the next week or two brings, and if we need to adjust, we will, and if we don't, we'll just kind of keep going. So I also have to keep in mind too that I'm still prior to my last cut, the weight that I'm at right now, around 175, is still literally leaner than I had ever been in my entire life as a lifter, anyway, in the last 10 years ever. Prior, it's so hard to not always compare yourself to your best, right? I think we all do that. So it's yeah, I got super lean and now I'm trying to build, but I have some tendencies or some triggers in my mind that are saying like, God, I'm getting so fat, like blah, 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 which I know is stupid. I know I'm not, but we're also attached to ourselves. So like when you look at somebody else and they say they feel uncomfortable with the weight they're gaining and you feel like you would kill to be at their level, understand that they have all the same struggles that you do and all the same thought processes, and we all hold ourselves to certain standards. And if we are not at that kind of best, then it can be difficult, and you still look at yourself and go, okay, like why am I kind of letting things go, even though that's not what's happening, and I get that, but I have to like remember, like this is still really lean for me as a normal anyway, and I need to appreciate that and understand that overall everything is actually going pretty well. And things have been off lately. So now that things are going to return to normal, hopefully things will stabilize a little. So anyway, I'm totally rambling at this point, so I'm going to cut it off here. Any thoughts or questions, please let me know, and I will talk to you guys probably on Wednesday. All right, thanks.
I'm addicted to the love that you're giving. Every minute, every day I've been craving.